Hello, good morning guys. Welcome to CHI online training. Our subject today is all about electric and electronics fundamentals 3 or EEF3. The lesson is all about inductors. So you can see on the board the picture of the inductors. So these are all inductors. Now let's start. What is an inductor? So inductor is also called a coil or reactor, or is a passive two terminals electrical component which resists changes in electric current passing through it. It consists of a conductor such as a wire, usually wound into a coil. Energy is stored in a magnetic field in the coil as long as the current flows. So that is the meaning of an inductor. Now the symbol of an inductor is this one. So this is a coil of a wire, and this symbol is named air core. And next we have here another coil of wire, but there is two lines parallel to each other, and this is called the iron, and this symbol is named iron core. And then we have here another symbol of inductor, and which is called a variable air core. So meaning the inductance of this inductor can be changed. Okay, next. So we have here a broken line parallel to each other beside the coil of wire, and this is named ferrite core. And we have another one, the last symbol of an inductor is also named preset air core. So we have only 5 symbols of an inductor. Okay, now what about the appearance of this inductor? So we have here, this is the appearance of the inductor, and this is named the air core. We have another appearance of an inductor which is named the iron core. So inside of this coil of wire there is an iron. And this one, another appearance of an inductor which is named a variable air core. So you can see that there is a selector knob, which means that you can change the inductance of the inductor. Okay, and then next we have here the ferrite core. So this black color here that you can see is the ferrite or ferrite core. Okay, then the last one is the preset air core. So inside of this picture that you can see, inside of this is an inductor. Okay, next. Now what is the function of an inductor? Now the function of an inductor, when the current flowing through an inductor, the time varying magnetic field induces a voltage in the conductor. According to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, according to Lenz's law, the direction of induced electromotive force is always such that it opposes the changes in current that created it. As a result, inductor always opposes a change in current. In the same way that a flywheel opposes a change in rotational velocity. Care should be taken not to confuse with the resistance provided by a resistor. Now always remember, guys, that the one that opposes the change in current is called an inductance. Now what is an inductance? So inductance is the property of an electrical conductor by which a change in current through it induces an electromotive force in both the conductor itself and in any nearby conductors by mutual inductance. Okay, so that is the meaning of inductance. Now the symbol of inductance is letter L. Okay, and the unit of inductance is Henry. Okay, so unit of inductance is Henry, or the symbol letter H. Now we have here a conversion of 1 Henry, which is equal to 1000 millihenry. And then we have another one, 1 Henry is also equivalent to 1 million microhenry. And then another one, 1 Henry is equal to 1 billion nanohenry. And then we have here another equivalent of 1 Henry, which is equal to 1 trillion picohenry. Now 1 trillion is there are 12 zeros, the picohenry, and then the nanohenry there are 9 zeros, and 1 million microhenry there are 6 zeros, and then millihenry there are 3 zeros. Now let's have an example. Okay, example problem, conversion. Now, what is the equivalent of 10 millihenry to microhenry? So the answer of 10 millihenry to microhenry is equivalent to 10,000 microhenry. Now, what about 220 millihenry to henry? That is equivalent to 0.0 or 0.22 henry. Another one, 470 microhenry. Convert to millihenry. So the answer of that is 0.47 millihenry. Then another one, example, 3.6 microhenry. Convert to nanohenry. Now that is equivalent to 3,600 nanohenry. And the last one, 1,000 picohenry to microhenry. And that is equivalent to 0.001 microhenry. Okay, so that's it. I hope you learned something about an inductors and the conversion. Next lesson, I will show you how this conversion, how it becomes 10 millihenry to 10,000 microhenry, or 220 millihenry to 0.22 henry, and 470 microhenry to 0.47 millihenry. So I will show you later on. Okay, so let's continue our lesson, guys. So how to convert henry to millihenry to microhenry to nanohenry to picohenry and vice versa. So let's start with number 1 example. So 10 millihenry convert to microhenry. So millihenry or mH has 3 zeros, and microhenry or UH has 6 zeros. So you're going to subtract 6 minus 3, which is equal to 3, and this means the 3 means 1000 or 3 zeros. So this time you're going to multiply 10 millihenry times 1000, that is equal to 10,000. So your 10 millihenry now will become or equal to 10,000 microhenry. So another example, we have here 220 millihenry convert to henry. So how? So remember that millihenry has 3 zeros and henry has no or 0. So you have to subtract 3 minus 0 is equal to 3, and this means that 3 is 1000 or 3 zeros. So you're going now to multiply 220, you have going to divide 220 by 1000, so which is equal to 0.22. So your 200 millihenry is equal to 0.22 henry. And another example, we have 470 microhenry convert to millihenry. So microhenry has 6 zeros and millihenry has 3 zeros. So subtract 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. So that means 1000. So your 1000 will be divided. So 470 divided by 1000 is equal to 0.47. So your 470 microhenry is equal to 0.47 millihenry. Another example, we have 3.6 microhenry convert to nanohenry. So microhenry has 6 zeros and nanohenry has 9 zeros. So you're going to subtract 9 minus 6, that is equal to 3, and that means 1000. So your 3.6 times 1000 is equal to 3600. So your 3.6 microhenry is equivalent to 3600 nanohenry. And okay, the last example guys is 1000 picohenry convert to nanohenry. So picohenry has 12 zeros and nanohenry has 9 zeros. So you're going to subtract 12 minus 9, that is equal to 3. So remember guys that 3 has 3 zeros, that means 1000. So 1000 divided by 1000 is equal to 1. So your 1000 picohenry is equal to 1 nanohenry. Okay, so why we use multiply and divide? So if the unit starts from henry to millihenry, you're going to multiply. Or millihenry to microhenry, still you're going to multiply. Okay, and then microhenry to nanohenry, you're going to multiply. Then nanohenry to picohenry, you're going also to multiply. But if the unit starts from picohenry to nanohenry, you're going to divide. And nanohenry to microhenry, still divide. And microhenry to millihenry, you still going to divide. Or the last one, millihenry to henry, still you're going to divide. Okay, so remember, from milli or henry to milli, micro, nano to pico, multiply. Then pico to nano to micro to milli to henry, you're going to divide. Okay, so just remember. Okay, thank you and have a good day.